We are back on Get Up, and how about them Cowboys? They are in first place in the NFC East. They're the only team in the division with a winning record. 5-1 is Dallas for the first time since 2016, and a big part of the reason why has been Trayvon Diggs. Continues to be the premier ball hawk in the NFL. An interception in all 6 games this year that ties the longest streak to begin a season in NFL history. And then, of course, there's the quarterback, Dak. 16 touchdowns this year, tied for 3rd in the league. However, he is now dealing with a strained right calf. An MRI confirmed that yesterday. Here's his coach.
We're going to take this week for rest and rehab. Then we're going to reevaluate Monday. We're optimistic for Minnesota, but I think like any calf strain, especially this early, it's close to the injury, there is variance in timelines. So, but we're optimistic for Minnesota.
Do you know if he would practice or play this week if y'all weren't on a bye?
That's a hypothetical. So yeah, well, yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Okay. There's a bit of uncertainty there. To be clear, they have a bye week this week, so that game with Minnesota he's talking about is 2 weeks away. But what are you hearing out of there as far as the level of concern?
Yeah, same as what he's saying publicly. The word optimism is being thrown around. They checked out the calf, and what came back was, look, I mean, could he play this week? Maybe not, but they don't have to. They're hopeful they reconvene on Monday and everything checks out okay and he can play in their Week 8 game. But I don't think they got bad news from the exam they did on his calf yesterday. It's just going to need some rest. There's no way at this point for them to know exactly how much.
That said, whenever there's an injury to be diagnosed, I always turn to a football player because they are second behind doctors in understanding these things. And Jeff, you were saying this is not a good injury.
No, I'm concerned. Listen, I missed time in the NFL with a strained calf. I'm telling you, they try to put like heel lifts in your shoe. They try to like build a new calf, tape it all up. The bottom line is it bites at you. Like when you go to step and when he goes on that plant leg, that thing will lock up on you. How can you protect yourself in the pocket if you get pressure? When you're thinking about something else and an injury is grabbing at you or nagging at you, this isn't like something you can put out of your mind. It hurts. It will affect him.
Right, so we have obviously Dak's cousin here in the family group chat. How concerned is everybody?
We ain't tripping.
No, we don't.
Cousin Dak gonna be all right. He got a whole week. He didn't practice all training camp.
That's true.
So he gonna be all right. He gonna take this week off. He might take next week off too. Then he gonna show up on the following game against Minnesota and throw 5 touchdowns because that's what cousin Dak does.
I'm having flashbacks to every day in August. How concerned are you about Dak's injury? That was pretty much this entire show.
That's interesting, though, because in training camp, they were saying, we're not concerned, he'll be fine. We're not. Yesterday was like, we're optimistic. Right. They're not saying we're not concerned, he'll be fine. They aren't sure, and I think that speaks to what you're talking about.
But in the family chat, it's different.
Yeah,
that's where they're at.
We're positive
in the meantime. So that is what it is. We'll see what the latest with the injury is. There's another concern that was voiced extremely well here by Ryan Clark yesterday that could impact the Cowboys as well. Here's what he said.
Oh, he's the absolute worst coach on the entire staff. Mike McCarthy is what's going to hold the Dallas Cowboys back from winning the Super Bowl. I'm not here calling for his job. I'm not saying that Mike McCarthy should be fired. What I'm saying is he should do his job better.
And so, with Ryan having said that, we turn to our resident Cowboy, the big swagoo Marcus Spears. What do you think?
I don't agree that he's going to hold them back from a Super Bowl. I don't agree on that because if Mike McCarthy is not handling or managing situations as this season goes along, then I'm stupid for thinking that a coach is going to continue to get better. I understand what RC is saying, especially on the 4th and 1 situations in the game, kicking field goals, and obviously the clock management issues have come up. And that's a valid point. But the bottom line is there will be at some point where Mike McCarthy coaching staff or somebody goes to him, i.e. Jerry Jones, and says, hey, man, you better stop messing up. And it's going to be that simple. It's going to be that simple.
It's been like 6 weeks. It's been like he's had like 4 occasions where we all looked at the screen and was like, what are you doing? That's the confusing part.
Hey, Swagoo, let me help you, dog. I watch 3 or more games at a time. I can glance up at the camera and go, nah, bad call. No, I don't know what he's doing. We call these dudes in the locker room can't get right. You know it, and I knew it. And I know it. You do the same thing over and over, Swagoo. You can't get right. Hey, I'm with you. I'm riding with the Cowboys. I'm with you. I don't think he holds them back. But you and I both know, just be honest, can't get right.
The clock management one is my issue. Like a coach determining the determining the 4th and 1s and all of that. I don't know what goes into that thought process, but the clock management one, which has stopped showing up, thank God, is the one that I was more concerned about. It's a decision premise on some of these calls and things that he's not going for. But if we see clock management again, I'll start to go in that same vein with RC.
But he doesn't call the offense.
Right.
He doesn't call the defense. Clock management is effectively on game day his entire job.
So on Monday morning, when after he has the team meeting and then the offense goes to their meeting, defense goes to his meeting, I want him to go to his office and just watch games and then pause it and ask himself, all right, what I do right now? Just bring yourself through some scenarios. Every day, some scenarios.
Do you remember after Green Bay fired him and he was out a year and then he come back in and all we heard about was, he's studied analytics, he's all this and this and this. Like, all the analytics, you don't know about 4th and 1, that doesn't come up in your year-long study of analytics?
I agree with what Marcus said, to be honest with you, that some of the decisions that he makes about kicking a field goal or not, those are debatable.
Sure.
But the clock management and this week not knowing what down it was, those are just significant problems that don't fall under the heading of opinion.
Swagger, we're still with you, bro. You got one that can't get right. We're still with you, though.
Well, Swagger, if you think you're in a bad mood now, it's about to get much, much worse because Jeff Saturday is ready to hand out the pancakes.
Yes, sir.
Set him down is a keeper. That is a Tuesday staple.
Get some of this. Get some of that. Throw him out the club. Swagoo, throw him out the club. You see him?
1 pancake, 2 pancakes,
3 pancakes.
Ooh. All right, if you're like me, you watch football now just looking for these plays and sending them, texting them to Jeff Saturday, who's going to hand out the pancakes for the big blocks. Take it away.
So the last 2 weeks we had Cavassier Smoke.
Oh, miss him.
It's such a sweet name. We got another good name, Cole Fotheringham from Utah. We're about to start it out. Watch him right here. He gonna get in that gut. Look at him. Drive him back. This is what you call scoring with your man. That means you take your man against his will, run him all the way to the end zone, and then dump him down. Just look at him like somebody's Gronk spiking somebody's head. Look at that right there. He is literally driving him up. I'm giving him 1 pancake. Love scoring with your man. Fotheringham. Very impressive.
Is the defender named Sunningham now?
he made it. Oh, let's right. Ingram. This is, you just watch somebody come up and not even slow down. This is called running through the defender. When the man's elbows and head hits the ground first, and then his legs and feet come up, and you have to avoid him on your face mask because his feet are going to hit you in the face. That's what you call blowing somebody up. 2 pancakes, Ingram, for smoking him out. I love what he got. Give him some of that. And then finally, Baltimore Ravens. Bennett Powers. The name fits. Look right here. And then he gives him a swim. You see the arc? He gets out. Let me unbuckle my jacket here. He gives him the full-out Superman. That's what he does in yoga in the off-season. So when he runs through somebody, he gets up there and arches that back. Latavius Murray, I could have scored on this. Latavius Murray is literally walking the end zone right here. 3 pancakes for sat him down, baby.
Oh, that's so good.
So good.
Oh, my goodness. Swagoo, any thoughts?
I ain't mad at it because he got LSU on the highlight. I love everything about it, baby.
The line of the day, Cole Fotheringham is the other guy now. Cole Sunningham is extremely good. All right, we will take Swagoo will get his revenge a little bit later in the program. Coming up, Baker, just 48 hours to heal. Can he still save a sinking season? We'll answer that question next.